And at the Singapore Smash last year, again, a straight games win, 3-0 for Wang CHUQIN. Mazier Hakimara is back in the chair, umpiring this one. And she's got one player with her already. Wang will make his way over there in just a moment, and it'll be time for the coin toss, after which Adam Bobber is going to rejoin us and talk us through one that promises so much.
I have black and red. Red for KAO, black for Wang. It's black. Wang, you want the toss. Receive. Which side?
All right, well, there he is with a bright yellow headband on. Wang CHUQIN keeping that very famous hair of his out of his eyes. That's the plan. Yep, okay. Just last-minute adjustments. Adam's back with us, and matters sartorial and otherwise. What catches your eye ahead of this one?
Well, other than the color on the very colorful and stylish shirt there, we've got a young fighter, Yotsu, a player here named after a cartoon character, at least his nickname, Japanese cartoon character. He's been a strong fighter as the #2 for the Chinese Taipei team. I've had a chance to play him recently. He's incredibly hardworking. He's very aggressive with the backhand, good footwork. He plays dangerous shots. After beating Félix Lebrun on the biggest stage, we know that he's capable of a big upset. And Wang CHUQIN has had his fair share of turbulence, but the 25-year-old seems especially determined now.
He's a world champion. He's a two-time Grand Smash champion. Singapore 2024 and Saudi Smash 2024 to his name already. And there it is, confirmation finals winner in Fukuoka, semi-finalist at the Singapore Smash this year, and a winner last time out in WTT Champions action in Chongqing. So this is a player who's got plenty of form to his name. Here we are then. That's what they're playing on, and now we start to seriously eye what's up for grabs. Prize money, of course, a 100,000 chunk out of that 1.55 million total prize money pool, but also those ITTF world ranking points. Whatever happens here, whether it's for Wang CHUQIN or anyone else, no one else is going to make an impact on Lin Shidong, who will end this event as he started it as the world #1. But it's about taking home a crown, and they don't come bigger than a Grand Smash crown. That's what he's after, and 65% of you who voted at worldtabletennis.com go with Wang CHUQIN. Does he come with an air of, not invincibility, but close to it?
There was a time where he felt that way. I think players, it's their job. As a spectator, you can feel that way about somebody, but a player coming to the table must have belief. They must have a plan and imagine, visualize some way where they win. We can imagine it's possible, even if it hasn't been done before. And I think after the turbulent second half of last year, Wang CHUQIN knows that everybody's human, that he's not invincible, but he's going to do his best to get that percentage as high as possible.
But he also knows the guy opposite him across the table. He's beaten him 5 times, twice in WTT action, and that will count for something.
Should definitely be a confidence boost.
Okay, now, what kind of a match are we expecting, tactically?
Well, Gao Cheng-Rui, I think, is going to do everything he can to stay close to the table. He was a step behind there. So this is a much better job. Of course, the finish was fortunate off the top of the net, but his opening is inside the table, wide to the forehand. And then he covers in the middle. An IOU for Wang CHUQIN.
First time serving, and that worked pretty well.
Not an easy serve to make an opening attack on. The quality he does here still keeps it uncomfortable for Lionheart, Wang CHUQIN.
Oh, just misses. And an early glimpse, and we've seen this twice now, of the venom that Wang CHUQIN can bring to a stroke as he falls away into that cartwheel. I interviewed him the other night, and it's only when you get close to him you realize he's a physically imposing guy, is Wang CHUQIN. Substantial. Oh, recovered so well. And then unleashed.
Yeah, from behind the table, Wang CHUQIN, when he gets his full stroke, pretty much from anywhere, he's able to drive with wonderful power that long forward stroke. Good coverage there from the middle. Wang CHUQIN using what he can to make sure he stays close, fights for positioning. Wang CHUQIN fans aplenty. Just like Xia, the two of them bring a lot of fans to the stadium, so it's a nice ticket to have here. Double header for the fans. 8-2. Now, in terms of quality, the rotation that Wang CHUQIN gets, not to mention the speed and placement, it's almost like he's paid attention to every element you could imagine. There's always something new to discover in table tennis. The game's evolving all the time. And down the middle here, he sneaks it past. Remember, the play is fast out here. We saw Xia struggling to adjust. A lot of balls carrying long. The high altitude, the fast table, the combination. Players still adapting.
2-10.
And it's 8 game points for Hope himself. Quick and painless, he takes game number 1, 11-2. Quite a statement from the world number 2. A man of the WTT era, the man of the WTT era. It would be the first of its kind, the US smash, if he could take this title. It's a long way to go as we're in the round of 32, but he's done his job here in game number 1 with an 11-2 victory. Game number 2 coming up right after this.
Just taking on some fans. We should just let you know there's going to be a QR code coming up on screen very shortly. And that's because there's a chance, a call to action for viewers to get involved. By scanning a QR code, you can do what those in the arena have been able to do, which is be turned into table tennis superheroes and superstars, thanks to this wonderful AI tech that turns your picture that you submit into a wonderful animation. All you got to do is scan that, and wherever you are, become a part of what's happening outside and inside this Maverick arena and be part of something special as the WTT's Grand Smash here in the US continues to entertain us.
You could literally be watching from anywhere in the world and end up in the middle of this broadcast.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, we're going to be seeing some great stuff coming in from around the world. Get involved. Now the fans are getting involved, and you know, when you schedule Xia and then Wang CHUQIN back to back, it just means you're going to have a lot of noise, a lot of support. Have you got your picture in yet, Adam? They're going to be seeing you?
I don't know if we'll be seeing me, but I definitely sent in my audition picture. I did it before, as soon as they showed it. I was like, that seems fun. Let's see if we can surprise some people, bring some flair. Yeah, why not? Hey, life's about participating, right? I guess depending on what the activity is, but for this one, it's definitely a go for me.
1-2.
Gao Chengrui's got to do something to stop this getting away from him fast. That first game rattled past him.
Well, Wang CHUQIN's doing a wonderful job of making his opening attack count. Sometimes A long push can be very effective in catching someone off guard, getting a slower attack coming back for you to take advantage of.
He has the ability to pick up points quickly, Wang CHUQIN, and that's the mark of the champions. Just gets away from a player before they even know it. In terms of fighting qualities, we've seen some good results from Gao Chungrui. Last season, semi-finalist at the WTD Champions in Macau. Fought back in the Singapore smash to stun Felix Lebrun. But he's up against somebody who is hot in Las Vegas tonight.
Yeah, this composure, this calibration to the spin, way out in front, the way he guides that, reaches out, adds a little bit of side spin to it to bend, put it out of reach. He's got so many different modes, Wang CHUQIN.
Let 5, 3. Let.
Oh, cold.
Not vertically.
Not vertical. And accepted.
5, 3.
Well, it's a warning, so it doesn't cost him anything. Maybe he's thinking, don't sweat the small stuff.
Oh.
5,
Even by his standards, that would have taken something to get that ball on the table there, right?
I was still thinking about the toss verticality, but let's watch this one more time here. Nice shallow push.
Ooh.
The depth on the table is what makes that one tricky. By the time it gets to Wang CHUQIN, it's table height.
Let.
In terms
5,
of TTR,
4.
if I remember correctly, Wang CHUQIN called twice, and both times he was right. Last event that was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's so good at the moment.
There was one point earlier where Wang CHUQIN did something similar, and Gao Chungrui was able to extend and lunge, but this ball's just too wide. When he decides to go there, there's a sense of freedom with that arm, that full stroke, and it's tough to read where it's going to go.
That was disappearing
5,
down the strip.
6.
That was before Gao Chungrui even really had a chance to think about it.
This is a nice change up here, going deeper to the backhand, or at least to the backhand side, as Wang CHUQIN moves in a little bit early, anticipating an opportunity to Chiquita for the opening.
7.
And this feels like better choreography. If you're Gao Chungrui, yeah, you didn't win that point, but you were in the point very much. You get a shot that you're expecting, and then you get a follow-up that you're expecting. You've got your opponent on the move, but it's a lot of pressure. This is one of the many factors that makes Wang CHUQIN so strong.
And for someone
7,
like Gao Chungrui,
6.
anyone who comes up against Wang CHUQIN, your percentages have got to be so high. He's got to make so many of the shots. But he's still within one in this second game. Brilliant. He was jumping
7,
backwards on that stroke on the back hand there.
It sounded like it hit the edge of Wang CHUQIN's racket, and still he recovered it. Gao Chungrui was quite impressive.
Oh, swarmed all over that and just gets another big point there.
Sometimes you've got to take what's yours, and that means moving your feet a lot. This is an in-between ball. It could have easily been played passively by many. But he moved in quickly, capitalized, got a full stroke on it.
Yeah, got the lead and another serve.
Yeah.
8-all. Crunch time. Game 2.
I was waiting for a reaction out of Wang Hao. I thought maybe I'd see one in that moment. Ball came down on Gao Chungrui's side. Slow and spinny, rhythm breaker. We've seen a fair amount of this throughout this event so far, from Hanagoda to Miyu Nagasaki to Nandan Naresh. This can be very effective.
Play, please.
Now he has a chance, 2 game points to be precise, and he's worked so hard for them.
He's been trailing for the majority of this game, at least to memory it feels that way. Full stroke across the ball, inside out forehand, the wide forehand, and he's got the serves to convert the game. 2 of them if he should need the second.
Well, he's missed that one. To your point, he trailed all the way to 7-7 and then just got in front.
Really takes his chances here. This is not a shot you regret. Decision's okay. Not always going to make your shot, but making the right decision, the most important thing. And the serve does it.
Yeah.
11, 9,
Well played,
KAO.
KAO Chung-Wei, because the narrative was suggesting another straight games loss against a player who's got his number, at least historically. But he's just ripped up the script and said, I'm in this. So, all square, blown away in the first. He takes the second to 9. Game on. Welcome back to the Maverick Arena.
Third game. KAO to serve. Long all.
Explosive start to the third game. Just to let you know, the winner of this one will go on to meet the Korea Republic's Lee Sang-soo, who's overcome Liam Pitchford 3-1 in their round of 32 matchup.
1-0.
The bottle challenge just falls off, doesn't come down on the other side. It's a tough battle. Lee Sang-soo's been in wonderful form. Took out CHUQIN on home soil here in the opening round.
One, two.
And Wang Chuqin with the body language saying, wait forward. It's a fine balance. Then the hands come up. He says, stay forward.
2-0.
Let's just take a minute to acknowledge 11-2 in game one.
Yeah.
And it only counts for one game. They're tied right now in points in this game, in games.
Oh, wow.
3-2.
Wasn't too much wrong with what Wang Chuqin gave him, but he produced an absolutely brilliant ball into the corner.
That off a net, a brushing, bending backhand, and then a hooking forehand off a net.
Oh, just misses.
Well, this time the serve comes down. The bottle challenge serve that KAO Chung-Wei didn't have success with earlier, this time pays off immediately. And at the first towel break, we got a very different scoreline.
What I like about him, he's a punchy player, always has been. There's an energy about KAO Chung-Wei and the way he plays, and he seems to be just bringing it to Wang Chuqin. It's great to see.
Yeah, he's a fighter. That's such a wonderful shot. I thought the receive left Wang Chuqin with not much to do. Has to spin that ball as much as he can while keeping it as low and slow as he can to make it uncomfortable for KAO Chung-Wei. He's won a fair share of points this way. KAO Chung-Wei's pushed long to the forehand, allowed Wang Chuqin to lift and open up, and then in the counter exchange, the rally, it just seems that there's still some settling in to do for the way the ball's moving.
That was a high ball, high bounce to take on for Wang Chuqin. But again, it's close. It's just 1 point now.
Yeah, it is a bit unusual. We saw another left-handed Chinese player earlier in Kwai Man against Adriana Diaz fighting against some of these kicking high balls. points. The shot quality in this rally, the athleticism, and the boldness, too. That could have been just a snap at the waist for somebody else. A medical timeout, but it's just what it takes to counter loop.
If you're sitting down by the table, that ball is a blur. Yeah, it's a break there off the net for 6-5.
Timeout.
So time to take stock. CHUQIN is going to be the one that's going to maybe just calm down KAO a little bit, but don't calm him down too much. I like the way this guy's punchy.
Sounded like to me is at the beginning, don't be afraid to use your backhand brushing shot, then go wide out to the forehand. On the receive, short pushes, keep it short, but occasionally mix it up. But don't be afraid to push. Other than that, invest in the spin, variation, look for the wide forehand where you can. And he tries for it there with the forehand down the line. A long push is a good way out of a lot of situations, but the surprise factor is really important. If your opponent knows what's coming, that means more time to prepare, make a better quality shot and response. First point out of the timeout to the player who didn't call it, CHUQIN.
6-7.
And again, a little bit of pace off, just takes it past the number 2 seed. Off the end of the table, just clipped.
And the other thing I remember hearing was, feel free to serve with no spin.
Yeah.
It might sound counterintuitive, but at this level, it feels like almost half of the serves are empty or float or dead, however you want to call it, but less rotation to get a player to overreact, either popping it up or hitting it into the net.
And with that, it's 9-6, and he serves, and CHUQIN can get close to re-establishing control of this match. And he does, because he gets both of those service points to give him 4 game points for 2-1. Needed one of them, so back in front. CHUQIN having been given another battle by the man from Chinese Taipei in this 3rd game, but he's re-established a measure of control in the match as he eyes a place in the round of 16. So we go again, 2-1 to CHUQIN. Dominated the first, surrendered the second in a tight one, and then showed some quality to make it 2-1 against KAO Cheng-Rui. Now he serves.
Long 1.
If you can come back from being beaten 11-2 mentally, you know there's quite a chance after being beaten 11-6.
Oh.
Back and forth, gladiator battle out here, both 10 feet plus behind the table. This was effort, energy, precision, placement, everything that was needed. Fearlessness on both sides. 16 shots, and almost every single one of them could have been a winner.
I don't know about you, that's the best I've seen here in Las Vegas this week. What a point.
Yeah, this rally is way up there.
Oh, they're going at it toe-to-toe.
And this time around, Gao Cheng-Wei makes his move back in. A little fortune for Wang CHUQIN here. He raises his hand after the point, but watch Gao Cheng-Wei make his move back in. Short stroke to the short side, looks for it.
In a town known for its pugilism, you got a fighter, a punchy fighter coming up against Wang CHUQIN, and it's great to see.
And that's Wang CHUQIN's point.
1.
We actually had quite a clear view of that from this side angle. Again, the table's fast, so the ball reaches the player a little bit faster than usual, not allowing them as much time to plant and lift against a push. That's what he wanted to do a few points ago, and Wang CHUQIN shows him how it's done. Smothering timing on this, suffocating just quickly, the speed off the bounce. The body of Wang CHUQIN, the way he moves to create these opportunities, he's constantly working for it.
And he's taken 13 of the last 16 points. There's punching and there's counter-punching, and this from Wang CHUQIN is just sensational. He's taking what he's given and giving it back with more. Turning it on right now.
My first time seeing Liang Jingquin on this trip. It's been a little while. Obviously not the result he was looking for.
Yeah, he went early, didn't he? Lilian Bade shocked him in the round of 64, and we've seen concerns for some of the Chinese men, but not this one. Wang CHUQIN looks as if he's, well, let's not get too far about ourselves, but he looks strong.
Again, this is why players come to Vegas early, because those half-long serves end up drifting in this high altitude. Wang CHUQIN, it almost seems like, can make the back of the table disappear to find an opening attack. Turns his back to the table. That is some confidence in the quality of your opener.
How often do you see that? That spinning cartwheel away from the table. Could have come back, nearly did.
To play against a player who's 22 in the world and he looks down, why didn't it come back? What happened?
And amidst all this with a skied ball, it's 8-2 now. And this one might just be rushing towards its conclusion.
Again, the timing has been tricky for many. Gao Cheng-Wei trying to get down 2-8 now.
Oh, with the backhand. Stop it, that's too good.
He's been so fast in these rallies. By the time you think the idea, he's already executed it. It'd be good enough to recognize the opportunity, but he's there, he's on his toes, he's on top of the bounce. Chop block. Yodza with the chop block, loving it. A little bit of creativity and desperation, potentially, something to mix it up. He did it with his backhand, the brushing, bending backhand, but the opposite side spin here.
Oh, he gets it. Oh, with a bit of help from the table. He hit his back to his opponent when he got that ball.
This is why you always go for it. You never know if it'll come down on the edge. Not much can be done against that.
And look at the reward for that. It's 7 match points. And he needs just one of them. A statement made for the first time in WTT action. He'd actually dropped a game against this opponent. Who knows whether it sparked him into action, but he got that done in brutal fashion in the fourth. 11-3 it goes to Wang CHUQIN.
Yeah, I mean, he left no question in games 1, 3, and 4. Wang CHUQIN came out here prepared. You asked if there was an air of invincibility about him. I know he's looking for it. I know there has been. And everybody has their time. When you zoom out, you can't be perfect all the time. He's had some tough times, but he's come back stronger because of it. Let's see if this is a man who's calloused. This is a man who's toughened up in every way that the second half of 2024 caused him pain, caused him question about continuing. He's here, and he continues on, respectful as always, a role model on the table. After 27 minutes, 42 points to 22 is quite a victory.
Yeah, 65% on the serve there, but that's not what we're going to remember this match for.